All right, this is episode 4, and you can hear the dogs, probably.
Who let the dogs out?
And yeah, this is Yo Check It with Christian and Jerick.
What's good, everybody? Hope y'all having a good week. Hope you guys are excited for this next episode. We are here to talk about love, life, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yeah, and a bunch of random stuff, whatever we come up with.
Hopefully, y'all find it funny or interesting. Either or. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, so what's up, man? So you got a new camera.
I did get a new camera. You know what? It's been super exciting. Very scary. Dropping a whole bunch of money I don't have into something that I really hope is the next venture in my life, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let me tell you guys, it is one thing to sit there and think about what you're trying to do for the next part of your life. It is another thing when you actually execute. It's actually very scary. But what you should know is that if your dreams aren't big enough to scare you, are they really even worth dreaming about? Food for thought.
True.
What about you, Jay? What's happening?
Same old, same old. My brother just graduated today.
Graduation.
High school.
Oh, man, that's
Man,
exciting.
Those things are way too long. I feel like they should just I don't know. Maybe they should just cut it to like at least maybe 30 minutes to an hour instead of like 2 hours.
It's funny because I also just came from a graduation. My own brother, who is much older than I am, graduated. Congratulations to you if you're watching and if you're listening. But he graduated, and his graduation ceremony was kind of lit, but at the same time, still the standard. The difference in this graduation was that people were singing, and they took out the phone, and they're just kind of like doing this number right here. It's kind of cool. I enjoyed that. And then, you know what the best part about certain events is when they have the person doing the sign language, sign language out there,
The entire time?
The entire time. It's amazing. I applaud you people. Amazing. I love it. I love watching you guys. Have no idea what you're saying. Actually, I do. I mean, obviously you're translating, but it's awesome. Do your thing. Keep doing it.
That's cool. Yeah, they didn't have a sign language today.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. It's high school, though.
But yeah, I just don't know. I don't understand why they're so long. It's like I feel like they should just
Cut it in half.
Yeah.
Get to the good stuff, the juicy part where you see people like turn the tassel and toss your hat in there.
I mean, you're there for 2 hours, but you're only really there for maybe like 10 seconds when the person that you're there for is like walking on the stage and receiving their diploma.
Yeah.
Everything else is just kind of
My thing is, at least for college graduations, when I graduated, I literally sat there for maybe like almost 3 hours. And the first 2 hours were literally about people talking about themselves. The school talking about people that have no like, okay, maybe you did something in the community, or maybe you did, and that's cool. You get acknowledgement. But why are you doing it why are you doing it at graduation? Bro, I'm here because I got my degree. It's such an expensive degree that,
yeah. Let me adjust them.
Stand by for technical difficulties. Just doing a little bit of adjusting. Hopefully you guys like it.
Yeah.
Do we look prettier now?
Kind of messed that up, but yeah, audio should still be good.
If you're listening out there,
the video, at least the first like 5 minutes of this is kind of but it's whatever.
Hey.
But anyways, yeah, graduation.
Graduation.
You know what's funny? Like what I noticed too is like high school is so cliquey.
Bro, high school
it's like
so cliquey.
There's like some people that walked. Everybody was like cheering.
Yeah,
they're like pretty loud. And then for some people, are just like, oh, there's like a few people.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
When they call out their names, and then you only hear like probably like a few people.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people, maybe the popular kids or whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it gets different as you grow older because college graduation, it's literally just either your close friends or your family. Like nobody has time to go to a graduation or if they go to the graduation, all of you guys know that y'all come like 30 minutes before that person walks. Like y'all be out there texting, "Hey, are you walking yet?" Because that's what y'all did to me.
Yeah.
Y'all know who you did.
Yeah, nobody got time for that.
Nobody. But congratulations to everybody out there who just graduated. It's your year, Ivy. I'm proud of you guys.
Congrats to everybody who just graduated, and for everybody else that's still in school, keep going.
Or don't. It's your choice.
Yeah, or you can drop out. That's cool too.
It's not life. Let me tell you, life is not set in stone. You do what you need to do to get where you need to get, and you live your dreams. No, you make your dreams, you write them down, and you make them goals. Because you know what? Life is so short. Don't worry about the small stuff. Don't sweat it. And this is the reason why I bought my camera, because I'm not sweating the small stuff.
Yeah. Don't worry. Yeah, you were texting me this morning, like, dude, I feel poor. Welcome to the creative life, where you spend all your money on gear, the money that you don't have.
If you guys want to sponsor us, please.
Yes, please. Christian needs a mic stand.
Yeah, this is all out of pocket. We just, we found a passion. We're running with it, and we just love talking. At least I do.
I mean, I figured since we already like hang out and talk, so might as well record it.
Yeah, record it.
And
we have the most amazing talks.
Make something about it.
Yeah, hopefully it gets better, because being in front of a camera is more nerve-wracking than it is just chilling, because I don't have to be so professional.
I'm starting to get used to it now. I mean, this podcast is getting better and better.
I think so. I think we're doing great. So if you're out there, you're listening, and you're enjoying this podcast, and you stuck it through, this is episode 4, I appreciate you.
Yeah, we release every Monday, probably 8 a.m.
Yeah, it varies.
Yeah, whenever you want to listen to it.
If you're not doing anything, if you got time to waste it on
us. Pretty much. Yeah, anyways, what do you want to talk about today?
Well, last time we were talking about what we were attracted to. Well, not just us, but I mean, the 5 things that were attractive about women. And we got into a discussion, I believe, into dating. Let me just check my notes here real quick. I believe it was dating someone on your level. That is the last thing I had written on my notes.
That's what we end on last time.
I guess to recap the last podcast, and if I'm recapping correctly, we said that the most attractive, well, not the most attractive, but the attractive thing about a woman is her passion, her, what else did I say? I know, like, that's like...
You said something about confidence.
Intellect.
Probably perspective.
Especially perspective. And if we miss something, you know what? You're beautiful inside and out, as long as you're kind and you are out here just being one with the world.
Yeah, and if you guys are listening to this, like, please leave a comment down below, or if you guys are watching it on YouTube, like, we would love to talk to you guys. Like, we don't want to just talk to each other. Like, we want to talk to everybody else too, you know?
Absolutely. And if you do have a discussion, a retort or an agreement, leave it, and then maybe we'll give you a shout out. So that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, maybe you should.
We'll incorporate that
eventually when we get enough
viewers
and comments. Maybe we'll read somebody's comments next time.
But in reality, we're here for you. We're here to just talk about things that happen in our life, and I don't know. It's just regular talking for us, but for you, it's maybe something helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, so dating somebody on your level.
On your level. I guess the last episode, we were just saying how, or at least I guess I was trying to get to a point where you want to date somebody who is kind of like the same as you, doing, I don't know, as we walk through this life, there are certain points, certain aspects where we're just like, what are we doing, A lot of people just want to go out on their own. A lot of people don't have that choice. Some of us got the ugly. Sorry, Mom, I got the ugly. But besides that fact, you just want, in my perspective at least, dating somebody who's on your level or a little bit above. Doesn't really matter. Below, as long as they're out here trying to achieve. Isn't that right? Isn't that right, Jay?
Yeah, I mean, there's the thing about like dating somebody on your own level is like, let's say there's a guy that's basically has like nothing going for him, you know,
Yeah.
or like still trying to figure things out, and then him trying to go after a woman that's like basically
Don't say out of his league.
no, not necessarily out of his league, because I don't think you should think that way.
So for you boys
'Cause,
out
I mean,
there,
like, you can basically,
yeah,
any guy can get any girl he wants.
exactly.
But at the same time, like, I don't think it's gonna work. Like, they might date for a while,
Yeah.
but like after a while, like after all the honeymoon phase is over, you know, 'cause honeymoon phase, you don't see any of the flaws, or you only see the good.
You only see the good.
Like, and then after a while, you kind of start to see like, oh, well, I don't know if I like this about this person and all that. Because I mean, like, if you compare, I mean, this can go either way, either or. Like, a guy that has still, like, you know, nothing going for him, still trying to figure things out,
Yeah.
trying to go for a woman that's like
Already-
basically figured herself out, like going, you know.
I feel like that's good though. You know, I mean, it's good in the sense that, like, okay, she got her stuff figured out, and I'm not saying she's out here to go and take care of you. Boy, if you're not out here like grinding and doing your own thing, trying to get on that
Yeah,
level,
you shouldn't be
then
dating
maybe you
anybody.
shouldn't. But I'm not saying. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
mean, if you're on the grind, then yes, there's a possibility there. That's like a
Yeah.
potential,
yeah,
you know.
you got to be willing to learn, you know,
But
and to teach.
But if you're not doing anything about your
if-
life, then you're just
You gotta. Okay, I will advise you, if you are watching this and you have nothing going for your life right now, please, I have done this. I've been there. I've done it. Meditate. Figure yourself out. Go do things that are fun for you. Oh, mic check 1 2
Yeah.
1 2. We good.
it should still be good.
But yeah, if you're out there and you don't know what you're doing, you just gotta graduation. Like, man, when I graduated college, I had no idea what I wanted to do. Still don't know what I want to do. But that's life. You know, you go out there, you enjoy yourself, and you just find who you are doing that. And if you're stressing out here about being in a relationship or finding the right person, you're still young. There's so much more to life than just dating and being with somebody. You don't get complacent. Don't get comfortable. Chase your dreams. Go live that beach life. I mean, if you want to be a beach bum, by all means, live it. But like, figure your happiness out. Priorities.
What
do
are
you first?
What are your opinions on dating somebody on your own level?
Well, if I'm dating someone on my own level, we're about to have a great time. I mean, you'd have a great time either way. But let me tell you, for me, on my level would probably just mean vibe. You know, the slang term of just being in the same vibration, being in the same mindset, being able to, like, you know, understand each other and come to a point where both of you just are enjoying each other's life, but you're also bringing each other up. You know, from my experiences and from the things that I've learned from now up until the past, when you go into a relationship, you become a team. You know, you don't entrap each other. You don't tell each other, hey, like, this is how you're going to live life from now on. No, you don't control each other. That's the worst. To be in a relationship that's, like, controlled, like, why?
You know what? I kind of remembered now.
What?
We talked about last time. I think we got into it because, like, somebody, let's say both of you guys are in the same level when you guys first started.
Yeah.
And somebody outgrew.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's why we're talking about, like, dating somebody on your own level. Because somebody stayed the way they are. They didn't change, you know.
Again, I remember
Yeah, they didn't
because...
change. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what we meant by dating somebody on your own level. They didn't change for the better. They just kind of, you know.
Yeah. They
and
just stayed on that level.
Yeah, and then somebody just
Rocketed forward.
outgrows somebody. And then I feel like...
Well, what's your opinion on that?
I feel like both of you guys should be growing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if one person is the only person that's like learning and growing, then
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna work out in the long term.
I mean, okay, my prime example. I don't know if y'all saw it, but Crazy Rich Asians. There was that one actress who was a queen, and well, I mean, obviously she's not a queen, but she's a queen. But besides that fact, she had her stuff together. She like was getting the money. She wore the pants in a relationship. I'm not gonna lie. And the man was just starting his own life, trying to get to a point where he just created a startup and he's doing all this stuff. But like he felt inferior to her. Men, you know what? If your lady is like out there and she's grinding and she's making more money than you, that shouldn't be intimidating. That should be, you know what? If anything, that's sexy as hell. Sexy as hell. Tell me that you're gonna sit there and your girl is making more money than you and you're gonna be mad about that? I'm sorry. You gotta recollect yourself, figure yourself out.
I don't think I would be mad about that. But
You can't be.
At the same time, it's like,
If you're feeling inferior, let me tell you this. If you're feeling inferior, work harder to get on her level, and then maybe even pass her, so that she can work harder to get past your level. You know what?
I wouldn't say inferior, but like I feel like for me, I want to be able to like provide for my family. You know.
Let me tell you,
like it's good if she. I mean, sugar mom is good. You know? Don't get me wrong.
Oh, we talk about that. Okay, hold on.
But I don't know. I feel like, I mean, it's probably just like a society norm how like a man should be like
We're
the provider.
We're the hunters. Women are the gatherers. No, it's just not like that anymore.
I mean, it's
we've evolved.
2019, so
2019.
there's a lot of stay-home dads out there. Yeah.
Yo, if y'all need to stay at home, man, I got you. I'm just kidding. You know, I think it's sexy as hell when a woman is independent, capable
I do
of doing.
find that very sexy.
Yeah. Like that Neo song, you know, Miss Independent. That's why I love her. But let me tell you, this should be a point in your life where you just think to yourself that you need to do more. If you feel like you need to be more than that, then do more than that. Like, don't think that just because your lady's out there doing her thing, getting more money than you could either take it easy or like it's very shameful to you. No,
Yeah.
it's not shameful. 2019, once again, you go out there and you go and do something that you want to do. That's a great opportunity. If she's making a lot of money,
That means
Go-
you
go and do something that you really want to do. If you, all right,
Exactly.
man, I don't know what it is, but if you want to get that rap career started, get that rap career started. You know, I'm like I said, I just started photography. I don't even have a woman. I started photography, and I'm out here grinding. And if I do find somebody who is above my level, first and foremost, I'm a lucky man. Secondly,
Yeah.
yeah, no, for sure. But secondly, like it would drive me, at least me personally, to be more, to do more, to get more. I want to be, as I had mentioned earlier, you want to be a team. Like you don't want to get into a relationship knowing, oh, okay, I love this person and all I want to do is spend time with them and that's all I want. All I want is love from this person.
You know what? That's that. I have an opinion about that.
Yeah, no,
Like-
go ahead.
A girl shouldn't be your everything. Because if that's the case, then that means you don't have anything else going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Like-
agree.
And then if she's busy, then what the hell are you gonna do? Like,
What, you going to do, watch TV all day?
I don't know. You're just gonna wait for her and like. I mean, I'm guilty of this sometimes because like
We're
you
all
know,
guilty.
You know, when you're in love, like you're in that zone where you just like want to be with each other for like
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, it's a great emotion. It's a great feeling.
Yeah,
It's
It
a
is-
drug, let me tell you that.
It really is a drug.
Yeah.
It's like love is like the most dangerous drug out there, dude.
It is
crazy.
crazy. You
Makes
know?
people crazy.
It makes people crazy. They should make a law. No, just kidding. Don't make a law. That'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, but where was I going with this?
Oh, you were talking about shit. My mind just went. Whoop.
I know I had a point, but I didn't get to that point. This is cool podcast.
Podcast. Hey, thank you for listening once again.
See ya. No, just kidding. We're not done yet.
Right,
still
yeah.
got-
There's so much more to talk
We
about.
still got like 20 more minutes to like waste your time on.
And thank you for wasting your time on me. and him.
All right.
But your opinion on
Oh yeah.
yeah.
A woman shouldn't be your everything.
Yeah, there we go. Back on track. Choo
Yeah.
choo.
Choo choo. Man, you guys gotta watch the. If you guys are listening to the podcast, watch the YouTube instead because I feel like this is a lot more fun.
Yeah,
You can see our.
it's way more fun, Heike.
You can see our stupid faces.
Oh yeah, I'm a very physical person, so I like to do a lot of this and a lot of that, and you know.
Yeah, they have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry for you viewers or for you listeners out there. Actually, sorry for you viewers too. If it's cringy, I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. Haha.
But yeah. Go ahead.
What's your opinion? No, it was your.
I already said it.
Oh,
Uh,
that's your opinion. That's your stand on that.
What? A woman shouldn't
So
be.
a woman shouldn't be. I thought you had more about that.
I thought. I mean, I did. I just. I lost it.
Oh, I got you. Well, let me take the reins here real quick.
All right. Maybe if you say
let me tell
something, maybe
you.
I'll just bounce back.
Well, I mean, I don't know. We've had our fair share of dating, and you learn things. If you're not learning something from your past relationships, check it. Take a minute, meditate, go lift something, and realize that even though that relationship may have been bad, maybe that relationship was really good.
Dude, I learned so much.
Yeah, you
but
learn from it.
You know what's funny? I learned it after.
Yeah, no, you always learn.
Like long after we broke up.
Oh no, absolutely, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because you can't really. I feel like you can't really learn
because you
right
think
after
about
the
it.
breakup. Because you just all you're thinking about is trying to get that person back or.
Oh yeah. If you give yourself some time to meditate,
Yeah.
and think about what went wrong in that relationship. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of guilty of that every now and then. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like I learned all these 5 love languages.
Love languages.
After, and then when I look back at it, I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense.
A lot of sense.
I feel like that's why we didn't click because people don't know how to love each other.
You gotta love each other. Yo, check
Now
it.
you gotta love each other right.
Love each other correctly.
But we'll talk about the 5 love languages
In a
next time.
different podcast. Don't worry, we got you.
And if you guys don't know what it is, look it up. So when we talk about it,
Trust.
at least you guys have a little bit of idea on what we're talking about.
No, seriously. If you don't know what the 5 love languages are, it's good.
You just learned about it recently.
we
I told you about it.
Okay, I mean within maybe 2 or 3 years. I don't know. We didn't have
I told you about this last year.
Yeah, I think so.
That's when I learned it.
A lot of things have happened, in our lifetime. So we're kind of experienced in that sense.
Yeah.
But the 5 love languages, learn it. I'm not the best at it. It's hard trying to figure people out. If you know what our love language is, I'll give you a shout out. So you can't cheat. If you already know my love language, no. Well, maybe I'll shout you out. We'll see.
I mean, it depends on who's listening.
Yeah, it depends on who's listening. Shout out to you,
I feel like most
listeners.
people would probably won't know.
Probably not.
But anyways, what were you talking about?
Oh yeah, my opinion on having somebody be their soul. Okay, yeah. So you get lost in it. Coming back to this topic of being in a relationship and all you ever think about is that person. And you know what? I'm guilty of it. It happens. You kind of obsess over the idea of being with somebody and you get lost in it. It's an absolute drug. You sit there and you're like, oh man, life would be different if you or I together, or we would do this, we would do that. It's, you know what? In a sense, it's toxic for yourself. You want to.
And I think that's why people disappear when they first date somebody.
I think so, yeah.
It's when you hit people up, you're like, hey, you want to hang out? Like, no, I got to hang out with this girl.
Oh, yeah, I'm hanging out with my girl.
Yeah.
I haven't met your girl yet. Can she come too? Some of y'all say no.
Yeah.
Looking at you.
I'm guilty of it.
We're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
But love is one of those things where it's super powerful. And, I think what it is that we walk through this life by ourselves. And when you find somebody who's willing to walk this life with you, you don't want to let that go. You don't see the love coming from your friends, coming from your family, coming from your animals. You just, it's natural. It's just there. But when somebody comes and provides you something other than a platonic love, then you start seeing things differently. For me, I think it's cool, but it's also toxic. You lose yourself in somebody. You lose yourself in doing things that you don't normally do. And then you stop becoming who you are. Like, for me, what I learned in one of my previous relationships is that I literally, like, lost who I was. After that relationship had ended, I had no idea who I was. I was like, I was lost. I was walking around this world thinking, who am I? What do I like? What do I do? You know, like, it took me a while to figure out, oh, I enjoy watching TV. Okay, cool. Oh, I enjoy playing video games. Oh, I enjoy playing basketball. I snowboard. And little by little, you start learning more about yourself. And it's kind of fun. But do you want to go through that whole process of hurting yourself in order to find yourself? You don't. Like I said, love is a partnership. If you are controlling someone else's life, or if your life is being controlled, please, please, you need to, like, think about that. You need to figure out why that is, and then maybe talk to your significant other and be like, look, this is not healthy for both of us. You know, are you in love or are you in lust? What do you think?
Dun, dun, dun. Mic dropped.
Just kidding. This mic is very expensive.
Don't drop the mic.
So yeah, what do you think? What do you think about, like, all that I've just busted out?
Yeah, I feel like loving somebody, it's easier if you, like, because you have to love yourself first before you can even, like, love your somebody or love your somebody, loving somebody.
Yeah.
Because I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know if you guys heard this quote by, like, Will Smith, like, something about two happy people should just, like, come into one, you know, like, that's how love should be.
Oh.
Because, like, if somebody's unhappy and then somebody's happy, like, I feel like you can't really make the other person happy unless they're happy with themselves.
True. Just like that song that I want to sing, but I won't.
Yeah. That's why, like, I feel like all these people that are, like, breaking up, like, they have a really hard time because, like, they put everything on that one person.
They did, yeah.
And then once the other person leaves, and then
well, I mean, like,
they kind of end up like, oh, now, like, fuck, like, I'm kind of lost.
Yeah.
You know?
No,
I mean,
I
obviously, like, when somebody leaves you, it hurts, you know?
love hurts.
Love hurts. Yeah, we're not going to sing that song today.
No, I absolutely agree. You know, like I said earlier, you know, I lost myself. I've known people who've lost themselves. I know a lot of people who out there who, you know, are in a relationship and don't even know if they're happy or not. Like, if you're in a relationship and you're not happy, there's something you gotta seriously.
And there's a thing too, like, when you're in a relationship, like, what I notice too is, like, right now, like, what I'm dealing with is, like, I'm starting to, like, lose myself. Like,
Yeah.
I'm catching myself
Yeah.
because I'm just like, oh, like, I catch myself just, like, waiting for her or, like, waiting for her to, like, reply or anything like that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I should.
You should be able to mind your own business and do what you need to do.
And
Even if
sometimes
that's just
like I'm guilty. I would just kind of, like, I feel like when I focus too much on her, you know, instead of focusing myself.
Let me tell you,
on
no,
myself.
that's the worst. And I mean, like, borderline obsession, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. And you don't want to be obsessed with anybody.
Yeah, no. Why are you obsessed with her? Don't be. You know what? I'm telling you, take a moment to yourself. Go hike. Go surf. Go do something hella fun. Go rent a car and drive that bad boy. No, don't. That's kind of dangerous. I mean, well, if you got the money, go for it. But, you know, go and enjoy yourself. Be who you want to be. And maybe somebody who's actually meant for you will come along. Like, don't even stress about it. To be honest, like, I've been thinking about it quite often, actually. Quite lately, you know? Why would you spend so much of your time thinking about one person who might not even be thinking about you? You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Being single is not as easy, or is not as easy as well, you know? But being in a relationship is tough work. So if you can't be single, how can you be in a relationship?
Exactly. If you're not happy with yourself, then.
Well, I mean, like, I think that quote in itself is not truly.
I mean, it's not necessarily just for single people, and
Yeah,
I feel like that's for everybody.
for everybody. But I mean, like, it's not just like, you can't totally just be happy with yourself. There's people
Yeah,
out there,
obviously.
but you got to be comfortable with who you are, what you do, and where you're going. Like, earlier I said nothing in this life is set in stone. And I went hiking the other day. Check it. I went hiking the other day, right? It was fun. And it gave me a moment of clarity to just think about what's happening around in my life. I don't think too much about things. I just know that I wake up, I go to work, and I go do things. And what am I doing? What am I placed? If you don't know what you're doing yet, like, maybe someone will come along and help you find that out. But until that person does, you gotta figure your stuff out first.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is that, go explore, go enjoy yourself. Don't think too hard or too much about something you can't really control. It's life. Go enjoy it.
Cool.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what's your opinion on that? Like, do you think people should be complacent and be in a relationship, or?
No, complacency in a relationship is not a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And then what? Actually, no. I really want to. I don't know. You haven't been.
You can rephrase it. Like, what were you asking?
My opinion would be, or my opinion. Sorry, my question for you would be, like, what do you think? Do you think being single is just as hard as being in a relationship? I mean, it's more fun because you can do whatever you want, but
I feel like there's a good and a bad on both sides.
yeah,
Like, obviously, when you're single, sometimes, you get kind of lonely sometimes. Like,
lonely.
I mean, it's fun because you don't have to, like, answer to anybody.
Yeah,
Like, you can just focus on yourself.
yeah,
But at the same time, there's, like, days that are just like, like, it would be kind of nice if, like,
if I could spend a little bit of time.
with, like, a girl or whatever you're into.
Hey, we don't judge.
Yeah.
2019.
2019.
Love
yeah.
is love.
But then at the same time, being in a relationship is a good and a bad. There's a good and a bad on it too. Because, like, relationship, like, after the honeymoon phase, that's when it starts. Because honeymoon phase is just kind of
That's when the real trial is happening. You know what I'm saying?
It's just like everything's good. Like, you get all lovey-dovey. And then after a while, you kind of figure out, like, what you like and don't like from each other. And that's not a bad thing. It's like you just got to figure out, like, if it's worth it to, like, if they're worth it enough to, like, stay or you should go.
I mean, like, I don't know. I had a crazy ass. Oh, sorry. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to what you got. But I had a crazy thought. I was sitting there. I was like, man, like, if I'm gonna love somebody, I'm gonna love that person for the rest of my life. Like, that's a lot of pressure.
That's a scary thing. Yeah.
But love should come easy. If love comes easy, I wouldn't even
I don't think love will ever be easy.
No, I don't think so. But there is that.
I mean, if it's like obviously
0.01 chance that you might be able to find happiness like right away.
Obviously, if it's like too hard, then
get out.
You need to get the fuck out.
But if it's too easy,
then that's probably not a good thing either.
Well, I don't know. It really just depends. There's a lot of people out there who's had good loves, and but in all honesty, if you're not struggling a little bit, I mean, is it really fun? I don't know.
Yeah, because, like, if you're not even struggling at all, like, I don't know if you like really have a strong feeling for that person. But I could be wrong. I mean, I'm not a love expert, so
I just love expertly.
Because, like, because what's funny is, like, how you can easily get mad at, like, the people that are, like, really close to you.
Yeah.
And then for everybody else that are just, like, acquaintances, like, you don't really care.
Oh, you put on that face. No, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's like, because, like, you're so comfortable. That's the thing.
And that's the thing, too. It's like you're comfortable, and at the same time, like, even if you, like, get mad at each other, like, they're not, in your head, they're not going to leave you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you get mad at your friend, and then they're probably not going to talk to you ever again, Like,
Well, I don't know.
I mean,
yeah, true.
it depends.
Yeah.
It's like if it's like
Really
a not
depends.
close friend, like if you guys get into a fight or whatever, like it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
But if it's like a really close, like friend or like a family member, like for some reason
You can easily.
you can easily lose control.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's why like couples get into a fight.
It's because you're like, well, you ain't gonna leave me. First and foremost, they might.
You know what I learned
What'd you learn?
recently too is like you should treat your like significant other like you treat your client.
Why is that?
It's because like when you treat your client, like you're so scared for them to like leave, you know?
Yeah.
Like you don't want to like scare a client off.
Mm-hmm.
So like you always on your best behavior. But when you're with somebody who's like after a while you can just get mad at them and then like they're just gonna take it anyways. You know what I mean? In your head, they're gonna take it, but
I don't know. I mean, personally, like I've always ever had that fear of like, oh man, like this girl's good. She could leave me at any moment. And you know what? Like, if I'm acting a fool or if I'm not like on that level of what she wants me to be, then I mean, she has every right, I guess. But you should be scared of that person leaving you. You shouldn't be like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna yell at this person because she's gonna stay with me. No, don't ever think that way because you know what? Life is spontaneous. You don't know what's gonna happen.
I don't think they necessarily think about it like intentionally.
I don't think so. Yeah.
But it's just subconsciously people just kind of like since we already have this like deep connection, you know, it's like it's kind of hard to just easily like get out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why people are just get comfortable and just like fight.
Yeah, but then when that happens, you're just like, oh man, it actually happened.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Because I mean, like if I think about it with my ex-girlfriend a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like we would always get into a fight, and then after a while we just make up, and then you know a few years of like keep fighting on and off, and just like make it up. Then eventually she was just like, "Well, I'm out of here," and then I'm like, "Oh, well, I kind of screwed up then, huh?"
Oh, dude, no, yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, I actually, well, I don't know. My backstory is a little bit different because, in my opinion, I mean, I felt I was caged. And, I mean, don't get me wrong. The relationship was really fun at first. Like, everything was great. A honeymoon stage, obviously. And I was a firm believer that the honeymoon stage can last forever. And I'm still a believer of that. If I can find somebody who does that for me, ooh.
Ooh, I don't think it's going to last forever.
I
mean,
you never know.
You can always reignite the spark, but I don't think it's just gonna be like good the entire time.
Oh, you know what? I'm like, I don't know if y'all.
I mean, you're a hopeless. You're a hopeless romantic.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I am a hopeless. You know what? I'm gonna admit it. Yeah, I'm a hopeless romantic.
But please, what's your opinion on Christian's comments on honeymoon phase lasting forever?
Yeah, I would
comment down below if you agree on what he's saying, or you agree with me that I don't think it'll last forever. But you can always like reignite the spark, you know.
I mean, don't get me twisted, right? There is a chance that you will find somebody where you will click, and I mean, I think it just goes like it really depends. It really depends.
Let's define what's honeymoon phase to you.
Honeymoon phase to me is like always happy, always like you know,
always happy, no arguments. That's the honeymoon phase.
Hold on.
No, because you can't be like
hold on.
Honeymoon phase and you're arguing.
Okay, for me, I guess for me, honeymoon phase is like, you know you're happy, but you have those not huge arguments, but like arguments where I mean, obviously you gotta get to know each other, right?
Yeah.
You get to. I mean, I don't know. Especially if you're coming into a relationship like. I don't know. There's dating apps out there, so you just meet somebody. Oh, we're clicking. Okay, let's see where this goes. Because obviously, when you're on a dating app, you know you're there for a relationship. But like, if you're out in real life and you just meet somebody new, and obviously you just want to be their friend, and you get to know them, you get to know the ins and outs of who they are, and then you decide, oh, do I really want to be with this person? And I think that's my opinion of the honeymoon phase is that for me, I want to get to know somebody first. I want to like understand your ins and outs. I personally, I will remember your favorites. Let me tell you, like if you're allergic to something and you tell me that and I like you, I'm gonna remember that. Like,
because for me, honeymoon phase for me is like you always want to be together, 24/7. You're always like texting each other, like snapping each other, whatever people do these days, and like you don't think about anything else besides each other.
that sounds like clingy.
Yeah, that's the honeymoon phase for me. It's like
That's
like, I
clingy.
feel like that's the first three months usually. That's how it is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I guess my first real relationship was kind of like that, where, every single day I just had a need. Oh, it's like a drug. I need you next to me, please.
Because I think after a while, like I don't know how it depends on the people. Like usually 3 to 6 months maybe, and then sometimes other people like it takes a year for like that.
Oh yeah, no
honeymoon phase.
and
then after that, there's this stage where you just like not necessarily comfortable,
yeah,
but you kind of like settled down a little bit. You got that high, and then you kind of like just like
you're
not,
okay with everything.
I wouldn't say complacent, but like
I feel like it's complacent.
it goes up and then it plateaus.
Complacency.
However you want to define it, but I think that's how love is. At least that's my perception of how love works.
Oh well, I mean,
being
ain't
plateau
wrong.
is not.
Well,
not
I don't know
thing.
if it's wrong, but
It's like I'd rather go up, plateau, stay plateau, and then some people go up, plateau, and then it dips.
No.
That's why people break up.
For me, I always wanted to just go up, because what?
This is how it goes in my head. So it goes up. I mean, if you're watching it on YouTube, you'll understand this, but like,
Yeah, we're putting our hands at a diagonal. Like, it's hard to explain.
We're
Just
moving
take your
our
hand and move it up.
We're moving our hands right now. So like, if you're listening to it right now, yeah, good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
But anyway, so it goes up, and then if you're in a good relationship, it should like just like slightly go up to like infinity up, I guess.
See, let me tell you mine.
Because I don't think that's realistic when it just goes straight up like that.
Yeah,
like,
well, obviously. That's okay. But imagine this, if you will. For all you listeners out there, I'm going to describe to you.
Please comment down below whatever your opinion is.
Let me describe to you, all right? Listen in, all right? Imagine, if you will, yourself strapped to a chair on a rocket ship with the person you believe you will be with for the rest of your life. Now, for me, this is how I see it. You're strapped in this rocket ship with this person, and obviously, I just want to go into outer space and explore the universe, It's not always going to be sunshine, because obviously you're in space, there's darkness out there. But, there's going to be turbulence. But it's those little turbulence is the arguments you get through, and you work that out. And then you continue, and you explore, and you just live and grow. Because there's so much about life that we don't know yet.
So how do you, visually, what is turbulence to you? Is it just like going up like...
Oh, yeah, no.
Because I feel like it goes up and down.
Have you ever seen like any astronaut movie? I don't know.
Yeah, it just shakes.
Yeah, it shakes. It's like that. That's the turbulence. You're just like, oh, okay, we're going out of space right now. That's you trying to work things out with your girl or
I
your
feel
man.
like we're talking about the same thing, but we're...
but you say plateau. For me, the difference is
not plateau, straight plateau, but like... Please, in the beginning, it kind of goes up.
If
like
y'all listening, just this... I don't know how long this is, but go look at YouTube real quick to understand.
It would be nice if I could actually like draw a line on this, but that's too much work.
But
anyways, yeah, like I would just like in the beginning, this is how it is. It goes up, and then after the honeymoon phase, it kind of just like slightly go up. Does that make sense?
It does make sense. No,
yeah.
I understand. I know where you're coming from.
Yeah,
but
because I don't think it's gonna be like up like that the entire time.
Oh no. For me,
Because
I guess it's similar, different in a sense.
Yeah.
Okay, for me, all right. Imagine if you will, as you're going up, you have that turbulence. But I always want to go up. I just want to enjoy life, and
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like
obviously, everybody
I
wants
think
to go up.
what happens here is that okay, what happens is, at least in this modern day and age where like we get a home, we have a TV, and we just do just that, right? I think what happens is, okay, this is the steps. You find somebody, honeymoon. You get through like that rocky phase where you're trying to figure each other out.
Yeah.
And then what happens after that? You have kids, and then you stay at home, you watch TV, and then you watch your kids grow. That's boring. I would love, for me personally, I would love to always find something. I mean, if I end up in that life, then so be it. But I'm always gonna be thinking like I want to travel. I want the person I'm with to enjoy everything. I want to go to Six Flags. I want to go to Disneyland. I want to see the world's biggest rope ball. I want to do all of those things.
Yeah, and
with the person I'm with.
And now we're on the full circle of dating somebody on your own level.
On your own, well,
like,
yeah, full circle.
Obviously, you want to continue, to grow.
Well, I
like,
mean, I guess
personally, and then like in a relationship wise.
you want to be dating someone similar in perspective, same but different.
Yeah, and that's why. And I think that's why like other relationships don't work out, is because, let's say you always want to grow, and which is good.
Yes, life is about
And
learning.
like maybe she's not so inclined to do those things to you. You know what I mean? And then there you go. So you're going up, and she's staying at the same level, and then eventually you're like, I don't know if this is gonna like work out. I mean, obviously you're not just gonna give up on somebody like just like that.
No.
I mean, it takes a lot of
Let me tell you, if this girl's supportive, by all means, you can stay at home. I'll make you a sit-at-home wife. By all means, if you're supportive and you're down for what I'm doing, like I'm not even mad at that. Like I will support you in your beliefs and what you do. But you better be happy we going to Disneyland. That's all I ask. I've never been to Disneyland, but if I want to go to Hawaii, she better be happy we're going to Hawaii. I'm out here on the grind, and I just want to enjoy what the life and its bountiful beauty. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at a woman who decides to stay at home and take care of kids, but if she's staying at home and we ain't got kids, and she doesn't do anything to, I guess,
to grow.
Well, not necessarily grow. If she's like complacent with just watching TV every day, I don't know. I might have a problem. But if she's out there supporting, like listening in on my podcast,
and that's why I think that's why
like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, like I said, like that's why there's like different levels. So like when you rise up, like I feel like the other person has to like keep up.
I'll keep up. Well, I mean, I guess my perspective is a bit different.
Or like it could be vice versa.
Vice versa, yeah.
If they're going faster than you are, then we should step it up a little bit,
Run faster. But I don't know. I mean, like I personally don't think nobody out there will literally sit there unless you do. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't at least not in my life. Like I feel like people will be more inclined to. I mean, it's 2019. People are more inclined to do like are more passionate about maybe politics or work or what have you.
I think some people just get comfortable, or maybe they're still trying to figure themselves out.
I mean,
like sometimes people don't get to figure themselves out till like later on in life.
Yeah. I mean,
and usually like when bad stuff happens to you, that's when you usually rise up to the occasion,
Yeah,
because you don't think about growth or change if everything's good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's cool. That's a good point, actually. I absolutely agree. Okay, so maybe you do find somebody and they're not on your same level. Maybe, because I am also a true believer that things happen in your life for a reason. And everything that happens to you is a life lesson, and if you're not learning from that, then you should meditate and think about what's happening for that situation. Because if you think about it, if I'm on this level and this woman's on that level and she's leaving me behind, yo, trust that I am gonna go and make sure that I'm trailing behind her or I'm passing her. You know, while I'm pushing her to be, I'm like, come on, baby, come on, run faster, come on, we got this, we're a team. But if she's past me or if she's behind me and she stops to take a breath and if that's it for our relationship, I'm pretty positive that point of the relationship opens her eyes to think, oh man, I was not putting my all on that run, so I'm gonna run faster. I'm gonna be better for the next one.
I got an advice. You know how you said like if she's like ahead of me or above me,
yeah,
and then you're on the lower level,
yeah,
like one advice I would give to it is like instead of try to chase after her, like do everything for her and all that, doing all that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's what most people would do because like they feel like they're losing that person, so they would do anything to like.
I would do
basically like
for love.
You get into like that needy.
But I won't do that.
Yeah, you get into like that needy phase.
Oh yeah,
when you're like super clingy, and like I feel like I'm kind of like falling behind.
Yeah.
So instead of like trying to chase after her, upgrade yourself.
Well, I mean, obviously, like when I was talking about my little thing earlier, I wasn't saying chase her. You chase your own goals and dreams.
So instead of chasing her to keep up, upgrade yourself so you can catch up to her. Unless
you're both chasing the same goal, then support each other. In all honesty, when it comes down to it, like you just gotta support each other. You gotta push each other to be the very best version they can be. And if they can't push any further, then it's up to you to take up that mantle and carry forward,
Yeah.
If you really love somebody, you'd make it work, for sure.
Yeah, support system is definitely very important. Like, you don't have to necessarily, like, help them. Let's say you're, like, you have a business, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you have a business, you're running the business. Like,
mm-hmm.
your partner necessarily doesn't have to, like, help run the business.
Yeah.
Like, she just have to like be supportive on like what you're doing.
Yeah, that's
I mean, if it would be nice if like they would like help run the business, but like if she doesn't do that, like it's all good. Like as long as she supports your vision and your goals.
Yes, absolutely.
And obviously do the same for her or whatever she's doing.
You two men, y'all gotta sit there and be like, oh, she opened up that flower shop. Bet I'm about to go plant some flowers in the back of my backyard. It's gotta be like that sometimes.
Yeah, like
or all the time.
Like especially if you're doing something or they're doing something that you're not necessarily into.
Yeah.
Like you just got to be able to give him that support even though like you don't have to like physically help him.
Yeah. Sometimes like chasing your goals is stressful, and maybe all they need at the end of the day is for you to run that bath, light a little bit of candles, put some rose petal in that bad boy, some what is that? The bath bomb, and then toss her in that bad boy. Whew, that's all you need to do.
Because like for somebody that's like chasing their goals, they're already like battling the world.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to like battle or fight for you, so you should just be like supportive.
Yeah, you should be supportive. You're out here battling your own battles anyways. So like why not have somebody by your side battling everybody else with you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Dang. Deep.
Da, da, da. All right, that's it for this week's episode
of Yo Check It.
Yo Check It. Is that it? See you guys next week.
Yeah.
And every Monday, we're on Spotify now, and apparently we're on something about
Anchor FM.
Anchor FM for sure. We're on Anchor, and then still waiting on
iTunes.
iTunes. I don't know how to.
Yeah, I'm excited for iTunes. I'm an Apple user.
rules and regulations are. But we're definitely on Spotify, on YouTube, and
Hey, wherever you're at, catch us.
Yeah.
And drop a hello, because I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy discussing things with people.
Please comment
My
down
shameless
below.
plug, my Instagram is Hey Ryko. I've been a little bit more inclined to using it because I did get a camera. So hit it up. Say
Yeah.
hello.
So my Instagram is at Jerick Image and also at the Jerick Image. I have two because the other one's for photography and the other one is just like personal stuff.
Yeah. But thank you for tuning in. And we'll catch you next Monday.
Yep, that's it. Peace.
Later.